Foxside Amplified right now. We're talking with Carla and Jose, who worked on a story recently together about some very tasty conchas that are here in the Valley, and it's a unique story about how they kind of became just huge at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, I saw them on my TikTok For You page, and I saw just how viral they were going, and I had heard of them before, but I didn't realize that they were here in Las Vegas. And so I saw the conchas. Now, these are not regular conchas, and Jose can attest to this because Latinos, we love our conchas.
Fellow Latino? Yeah, no. My mom, she makes it a point to whenever she goes to the grocery store, she brings back pan, right? And one of those panes are conchas. So
Yeah.
So for those that don't know what a concha is, let's explain.
Okay.
I know these are different, but even just the basic concha.
Yeah, it's sweetbread. So it looks like a shell essentially, and they come traditionally in vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and they're just like a little Mexican traditional sweetbread that you get at your average Mexican grocery store.
Okay. So, but these are special because they're stuffed, right? Or
Yeah, so
something-
these are
something's about
different. Yeah. So she, the owner, Ana Hernandez, she studied in France for a bit, and so she decided to mix, her Mexican culture with what she learned from France, and so she decided to do a twist on your typical concha, and now she's stuffing them with like a beautiful filling, and we saw where she actually makes these conchas. And she told us so much about even the process of like the way that she makes it. She doesn't use any pre-mixed products. She told us like we can't do gluten-free. We use milk, eggs, and butter.
All the real stuff.
Exactly.
Going in.
Exactly. We use real chocolate. We use real vanilla that she gets from Mexico.
Oh, yum.
So she's the real deal. I don't know. I was impressed.
she's trying to do her best to, be traditional, but also like elevate it, right? So she's trying her best to make everything from scratch, make everything with the Mexican vanilla and everything. Try to stay true to the tradition, yet just make it just a little better.
Yeah, give it something different. So she's been making these for a while, and tell us where her bakery is. So because I noticed when you did your stand up, that's what we call it when you're on camera, and you were in front of the truck there.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I will admit, I have not been into that area yet. I've driven by the truck. I kind of wondered, what is this thing? And I know there was even a bar next to it, and it looked like an old hotel. I've since learned that it's been turned into like shops and things like that. But tell us about it. Ferguson's.
Yeah, so it's downtown Ferguson's, and basically she doesn't even make the conchas there. She only sells them there. It's like a tiny little spot that she has. But she's got a line out the door. But I mean, we visited downtown. Have you been to downtown Ferguson's? I haven't gotten to go.
I have gone once before. It's like you said, it's an old motel that got refurbished and redone as kind of just almost like the container park, right? Where there's just a bunch of little shops there, restaurants, bars, and yeah, she just has this little. It's in the back, far right corner of the motel where she just has this little shop that she stocks up. Usually, I think she was saying like every time she brings around like 300 like conchas, and sells about six per family. And whenever she runs out every day, I mean,
That's it, right?
That's
Yeah.
it. And you're only
Yeah, you guys said come early
Yeah.
because you
Yeah,
got to get it in the morning.
She's even got a limit on how many you can buy. And what's really interesting is like when we got to where she actually makes them, and we split our story into 2 days because we didn't get to see the finalized concha because she didn't have any on that day. She had already sold out. But we went to go where she makes them, and then she had one of her employees behind her, and she was like, and he loves making bread, and so that energy just transfers into the bread. And so we start talking to her employee, and he only speaks Spanish. Nicest guy ever. So he is, and I forget where he's from, but I know he's Latino. And he said he's a dancer. He does some sort of dancing.
street performing.
yes.
I think it's where think he dances with a skeleton. Was that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
Sounds
we
odd,
know
but-
he's a
Right,
street performer.
but it's at Fremont, right?
Street
So
performer.
yeah.
I feel another story coming on.
I know.
Right.
I was going to go back and
know.
talk to this guy about his performances.
No, absolutely. But he saw a sign that said dishwasher needed, and so he called and he started working as a dishwasher there with her, and then he like kind of looked around at what the other employees at the time were doing, and he goes to Ana Hernandez, the owner. He goes, "I can do that. I actually studied that in my home country."
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "What? And you didn't tell me? What are you doing washing the dishes?" He just like,
Got a promotion.
absolutely. And so now he bakes his heart out.
I want to talk about the social media aspect of this. This is twofold. So let's first start about how social media really kind of grew her business. Because you said she's been bringing it, she's been making them, she takes them to the store. And now, was it once this social media business started getting out there that she started selling out?
Yes, absolutely. So she was telling us, before, she was kind of, it wasn't too bad, but it also wasn't great either. And yeah, she told us that one influencer, Cartel Foods 1 is his on TikTok. He came by to where she actually makes the conchas, and he just did a TikTok video with her. She's told us that he didn't charge anything at all. He just wanted to help and promote her bakery, and then that one went viral.
Wow.
And then that's when she started getting the line. She said that she even got a line outside of where she makes them.
They found the place.
They found the
top
place.
secret concha making kitchen.
Exactly. But yeah, no, ever since then, I mean, other influencers have also featured her, and she says that, sometimes she doesn't even know that they're an influencer until she sees a video after.
Well, I think it's interesting. So you had it on Fox 5, obviously, and I know you do your stories as well for Vegas Hoy and Espanol. So people are going to see it, so there's going to be even more interest in it. The night your story ran, a friend of mine that lives here texted me while I was on the anchor desk and said, "What was the name of that bakery that had the conchas? I want to get it." And I had to look it up in the story because we were just chatting about this before we went on, because it is literally called Las Vegas Bakery.
Right.
And I thought you were, in the way we write a story, it's at a Las Vegas bakery. No, it's the Las Vegas bakery. So I looked it up, told her where it was. So, I mean, people are definitely interested in getting them. But then your story was also shared by a pretty influential local, I don't know if they're an influencer, but they're influential locally.
Yeah. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys
Yes, we all
shared
know.
it on his feed on Instagram. And I started getting tagged, and I was like, wait. No
the
way.
Nick Carter?
The Nick Carter. And so we kind of knew that maybe he would be watching, considering, we did interview his kids. I wasn't there for that because, like I said, we had to split the story up into two. So Jose went the next day to the bakery to see when these conchas come out and, see if there's a line out the door. And sure enough, I mean, what were they like?
We ran into 3 of Nick Carter's kids alongside with their aunt, which is the sister of Nick Carter's wife, and yeah, they were the first family there.
So they knew about him already, or did they find out? Did they tell you?
They knew about it the day before.
Okay.
What's crazy is that some of the other people there that I talked to, I asked them, "Oh, so like, did you see this on social media?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, like we saw it on social media yesterday." So the fact that people are seeing it and going the very next day, that should speak to how viral this has gone. But no, as soon as we found out it was Nick Carter's kids, the aunt had mentioned that, and
Just drop that randomly.
Just drop it.
I
Nick-
know.
Well,
like,
because-
how did
well,
that
because
happen?
These are Backstreet babies.
like when we like talk to kids, like it's like standard practice
Yeah.
to ask for their parents' permission. And when I was asking the aunt, she had mentioned that she's not their parents, that that she's gonna have to give them a call. And that's when we found out that
Okay.
it was Nick Carter that was the parent of these kids. And even the owner, Ana Hernandez, she was very excited because she apparently grew up as a huge fan.
Backstreet Boys.
And
Okay.
she was
I'm
literally
looking to
telling
see-
them, like, I had your dad on a poster on my wall. and
Okay, so
everything.
here's what's funny. I just looked up on Instagram, Nick Carter. Just want to see how many followers he has. First of all, he has 2.6 million followers. The
Absolutely.
third picture that comes up is you
It's me.
doing the story because
Yeah.
he shared that. I mean, so you just think about, I mean, I know the other influencer you talked about who is like real people that are looking for Vegas food are obviously watching his stuff. But that just went, I mean, obviously anything on the internet goes around the world, but that just went to his 2.6 million followers. And I would imagine if we went by there today, they would be out of conchas, early in the
Absolutely.
morning.
And I do wonder, I'll have to give her a call, just how much impact that social post plus, our report had afterwards. Because, yeah, I bet it was pretty substantial.
So you guys have had conchas before.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are dozens of places around the valley where you can buy them. But these really did strike you as different.
Yes.
They were definitely different. When you take the first bite, it's more stuffed towards like the middle of the concha. Mm-hmm. So when you take the first bite, it's traditional concha. She has like different flavors. Like she had like a pistachio one. Mm-hmm. We don't usually see that in like typical like conchas that are just at, the Latino grocery store. But that was really good. And then once you get deeper and deeper into the concha, that's when you get the filling. And even though it was quite different, it was just really good.
It was a good surprise.
It was so good. Yeah, I thought it was delicious because typically, a concha's a little dry. You need a little glass of milk. You need a little cafecito on the side. Yeah. But this one, you didn't even need all that because it's so moist from the filling. And I thought it was delicious. I loved it.
We should have taken Amplified on the road. So we could have had these because
Right.
Now I want a concha. And
They're
two
high in
things.
demand.
One, it's the afternoon, so they're probably sold out.
Right. Yeah. You'll have to go someday, though, and make the line. And, because they're really worth it.
And just to check out Ferguson's, which is, got a lot of local vendors in it, right? So it's a good spot to go to.
There was even a lady there that wasn't even there for the concha. She was just there at Ferguson's, and she saw this line, and she's like, "Oh, well,
now
try
I get in there.
Yeah.
Right. So
it
was early in the morning, so it wasn't like too active. But I'm sure she saw that line, and she's like, "What is that about?"
Is Anna looking to grow the business and move to a bigger location? I mean, she might have to. It sounds like.
I think down the road she did tell us that she wants to expand her business and hopefully, have multiple locations across the valley and make it one day.
It's nice to see that kind of stuff happen. Good, hardworking people.
Absolutely.
That have got their businesses and they're getting the right recognition.
Absolutely.
So that's good. Thank you guys for coming on. If you want to see Carla's story and Jose's story, because they both worked on it together, you can go to Fox 5 Vegas Plus. It's there, and you can see it on the website, fox5vegas.com. Take a look at it, and then go get in line. Maybe we'll see you in line for a concha soon. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.